So between Frederica and Melody, who's going first?
You wanna go first?
Um. mm, you can go.
Okay, dokie. I'll support you.
Cool.
Okay. Wow, everyone rolled pretty well this time. Okay. So, I believe everyone is here, so hello and welcome to a super special secret second weekly episode of Once Upon a Roll, our Bloodlands campaign, joined again by Bishop,
Hello.
Frederica,
Hello.
Ezekiel,
Hey.
Persephone,
Hello.
Azul,
Present.
and Melody. Last we left off, you were wandering through the marshes north of Silver Lake. You had come across a corpse that, upon investigating, was laden with these small, tiny spores that floated harmlessly by you as you freed them from the body that they were contained within. Making your way further into the marsh as the light is getting cut off by the thick, overgrown canopy of the trees above. You encountered more of these spores, larger still. You had managed to keep your distance, even though you had come pretty close, near face to face with a couple of them. Making your way deeper into the marsh, you, Bishop leading the way, you step forth and you hear this piercing cry that seems to be radiating, emanating from this large toadstool about 30 feet in front of you. And as it does, descending from the treetops, rising from the foggy swamp gas, are these large spores. Each of them with stalk-like tendrils floating above them and warbling like they're filled with some sort of gas. You can see they don't appear completely solid. But anyways, with the shrieker still shrieking, piercing through the otherwise quiet atmosphere of the marsh, previously the only sounds you would hear other than your own sloshing footsteps were the sound of buzzing insects and croaking amphibians. Now, the shrieker. This ear-piercing cry is all you hear. Bishop, you are up first.
Yay. Alright, well. I'm gonna move up to it
Okay.
and I'm gonna whack it.
All right.
Alright. That's a 20 to hit,
That does hit. So,
and that is for 13 slashing damage.
all right. So rushing up, gritting your teeth against the piercing cry of this toadstool, you rush up, katana drawn, and slice right through it. The cry falls silent as you bisect the fungus in two.
Oh, nice. Ah, I can still hear that ringing in my ears. Ugh. And then I am going to try and well, I'll step back a little bit
Okay.
and let me see. Where can I test? Because these are some scary gas spores. Okay, I am going to try and shoot for Q. What the heck? Q?
Q. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You can barely see it, but that is of no consequence to you, sharpshooter as you are.
Yay. And I guess I could choose to do a bonus action hit.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Uh, that's a 9 to hit.
Does it?
Okay. That's for 20 piercing damage.
All right, and as the bullet pierces through the gas spore, it explodes into a burst of yellow-green spores that fill the area around it. The spores linger and reflect the light as they slowly fall towards the ground.
These things are trouble, guys. You better be careful. And I end my turn.
All right, next up is Melody.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Exploding, huh? Um, I'd like to use my melody of precision on gas spore E, please.
Okay.
And
Got
that is the 15 to hit.
That does hit.
Nice, and it does 9 piercing damage.
Similar. Again, you draw back the arrow in the bow, release it. It pierces through the spore. The spore bursts like a balloon, like a bubble, and showers the area around with spores.
Nice, and I am going to move a little bit closer to Bishop. Gotta stay close to each other, right?
Well, if it keeps you away from the spores, then yeah.
Yay! And that ends my turn.
All right, Frederica, it is your turn.
Uh, well, I ain't got no ranged anything, and I want
Who
to get
says you need
close
to
to
use
it.
ranged? Why would you need to use
I have a feeling I'm gonna not do well up close. um, well, I don't think I can get there. Take me. Yes, I will go to forward speech. I will also rage.
Okay. Bonus action rage. Go ahead and roll your d8.
Eight, and that.
8. Alright, so you have the Iron Man chest beam.
Okay, that works. The 1d6 radiant. Oh, it's a
On
Constitution saving throw?
Yep. On the creature you can see within 30 feet of you. Which creature are you targeting? As your chest glows with bright, radiant light.
B. I'm just kidding. H.
Okay.
In front of me.
Yep. That is a fail. Go ahead and roll your d6.
These. When? 1.
1 point of damage. That's enough. The gas spore bursts and
shit.
engulfs the area as well as you in its spores. Frederica, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
I sure can.
As the area around you is filled with these tiny, minuscule sporelings. that, well,
She is in danger.
maybe, maybe not.
Oh yeah, you're right.
12.
12. All right. Frederica, you take 5 points of poison damage. And one second. I think I have to look something up real quick. I forgot what dice it is. I need you to roll for me. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Take
so
your time.
scary.
No problem. No problem. No problem. Could you please roll a d12 for me?
One.
1. Okay. Good to know.
Huh?
Is that your turn, Frederica? Or you got more?
Yeah, I'm just gonna end it there.
All right, sounds good. Good turn. Azul, it is your turn. Frederica, the spores burst around you, and before you could cover your mouth, hold your breath, you do feel yourself inhaling them. You can feel some of them sticking to your sinuses. What's up?
Can I like take a step back?
You can.
Like,
It's not
yeah,
gonna change
essentially
it.
just move out of. No, I know, but like try to get away from the area because I don't know if it's gonna linger.
Okay.
type of thing?
Yeah. Sure.
At least 2 steps. Thank you. Okay.
Yep. So you're at you're at the edge of the radius of the spore explosion right now, and getting back to fresher, well, not fresher, but non-spore infested marshy swamp air. You can feel tiny spores like pollen sticking to your sinuses in the inside of your throat. No immediate effect though, other than the little bit of poison damage. Azul, your turn. Azul, it's your turn.
Oh no, he got some spores too.
Yeah, I got some spores as well.
It wouldn't do anything.
I
to me.
am the spores.
I would like to use the Wand of Magic. Spend 5 charges.
Okie dokie.
What a beast.
What's the range of magic missile? I think it's 120, right?
What a beast.
It is 120.
So 5 charges would be what, at 4th level then?
That would be, yes, at 4th level, which is 7.
2nd, 3rd, 4th. Are you sure it's not 6?
Pretty sure
Isn't
it's
it-
3 and then an additional 1 every level above, so
Yeah,
Should
so
be
3 is 1st level,
2.
2nd is 4, 3rd is 5, 4 is 6. I can count on my fingers, I'm pretty sure. I don't have this wrong. 3 for 1st. 4 for 2nd.
5 charges.
5 for 3rd. Oh, 5 charges would be at 4th
Charges,
level.
yeah.
Which would be, so 3 for 1st. 4 is 2nd level. 5 is 3rd level. 6 is 4th level. It would be 6 bolts.
I will do... let me do it 6
Which, you're doing another charge?
charges then. Yeah.
Okay, so
Can
7
do-
targets.
J, G, M, N, O, E, R.
All right. So with the wand, you focus on the energy. The wand itself begins to glow with this vibrant force energy. You raise the wand above your head, and these 7 bolts of force energy spread out from you and systematically take out each one of the spores that lie in front of the party and one of the ones that lies behind you. each one exploding in turn, in quick succession, poof, 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 and bursting into like little fireworks of puke green and yellow spores.
And that will take a step forward.
Okay. Is that it?
Damn,
That
I
was
could.
Beautiful.
Just try not to stay near them. Oh, that's it.
Okida. Ezekiel, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I would like to attempt to hit Gasport A 1st.
Mhm. All right, go ahead and roll your attack roll.
That is one second. Let me do this out.
Math is hard. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. That I got a 18, and I'm trying to find my extra bonus thing for on hit.
Oh, your spell attack bonus?
Yeah.
It would be your wisdom plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, my wisdom plus my proficiency bonus, so that's 4, and then 7. So 18 plus 7, 25.
That's hilarious, and it hits.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Should I do the other 2 shots now, or should I just roll for that one? Fair enough.
Oh boy.
That's 10 damage.
It does not survive.
All right. I'm going to aim at Gas Spore F now.
Okay.
Hopefully this time we'll take less damage. 13.
13 does hit, yes.
Wait, no, that's 12. Sorry, I messed up.
12 still hits.
Oh, sweet. Okay. 2d6. Another 10 damage. This time it was 4 and 6 rather than 5 and 5.
All right,
And then Gas Spore L.
go for it.
Uh, 26. Yeah, 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So it's a 2.
2 points of
and,
damage.
oh no, 3 points of damage.
All right, and again, another one of the gas spores explodes, leaving just one. The spores falling seemingly harmlessly into the marsh. So each one of your 3 rays of scorching fire lands and bursts the bubble of one of these gas spores.
Very nice. I think I'm actually gonna end my turn there.
All right, Persephone, it is your turn.
I would like to Eldritch Blast.
All right, go for it. On Gaspor C or Ezekiel?
Both. No, just the gas spore.
Valid.
Okay, gotcha.
Split those
Uh,
missiles.
That's a 25 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, it's 13 points of damage.
Boom! The gas spore explodes into many different spores. and as the sound of the spore bursting and dissipates, and the sound of the marsh returns. Looking around, there's nothing but the sort of lingering cloud of quickly falling and dissipating spores that forms this ring around you where those larger host bodies, those larger gas spores once were. Frederica, you feel like you have something to clear out of your throat. Otherwise, nothing, no, no, nothing feels too strange for you at the moment right now, other than the feeling like something is caught in your throat.
Can I try drinking some water to get it out? Not from the marsh.
No marsh water. Okay.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, sure. You drink some water, and it does help, but you can still feel it. It's minor. It's almost imperceptible, and it might even just be a trick of your mind at this point. But you're fine. You feel fine. You're fine.
Are you well, Frederica?
Yeah, just I guess it wasn't a good idea to get so close.
do you need me to help you in any way? I know you said
No,
you're fine. I'm just a bit worried.
no, it's fine. I'm fine. It's just,
Okay.
was that really it?
Ugh. I'd,
Yeah,
I'd be
bit
careful,
surprised.
guys. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, but as someone who's had dealings with spores, I wouldn't want something to happen to you like it happened to me. Maybe we could take some precautions. I mean, if you want. Seems like you're fine, but better safe
Bishop's
than sorry.
right. Yeah, we gotta be careful with those spores. But did you guys see how badass we were with the poo and the fireworks and the poo and the Zoom one like poo?
Well, I was looking away, so I missed it, unfortunately.
Oh, it was really cool.
Because cool guys don't look at explosions.
He didn't even look at his own. He did he pointed his
Turned
gun like
away
under his
immediately.
arm, like he did like a needle. All right, so in the immediate vicinity, there doesn't seem to be anything that you would consider a threat to you. Though brief, very brief, within but a few seconds of the shrieker shrieking and the spores descending, you have dispatched all of them. You did make a little bit of noise in that small time, and it seems, well, let's just say that.
Well, we should probably make sure that the rest of the area is clear of any of these things.
Agreed.
It is definitive that this is what is affecting the people.
So you suggest that we go around and rid the entire marsh of these spores?
That is true. Probably not the most. Well, I would believe at least one more quick look around to see that there's nothing in need of probably more immediate dispatch.
I'm curious as to what it is or who it is we will find here.
I don't feel like we found the source at all. Not that I would really know what that looks like, but I just felt like that was too easy.
Well, Bishop, you said you had a previous encounter with something like this before. Are you sure it is the same?
Well, I'm not sure it is, but I mean, I reckon all spores function somewhat similarly, and before I knew it, I couldn't breathe, and if it wasn't for the quick thinking of our friends here, I may not have made it.
That is true. Probably just to be for good measure. It wouldn't hurt if you could maybe come here for a moment, Frederica.
Okay. Well,
I'll use lesser restoration.
Okay. So you use lesser restoration, and whatever remnants of that feeling in your throat and sinuses you may have had, Frederica, vanishes.
Well, not sure if it actually did something, but I feel, even better, I guess.
I'm
Hmm.
glad to hear that.
Right. Thank you.
No problem. I was hoping for something more reassuring, but
I give 2 thumbs up.
I
Are you feeling reassured?
sure.
Nice.
Nice. Where does remind me where that even comes from? Where does sorcerer lesser restoration come from?
His blood.
Course or lesser restoration comes from the beautiful thing you did for me,
Ah,
based off of the
Good.
type of draconic
job.
sorcerer I am.
good job, me.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, man, you're welcome.
You're a real one. Thanks, man.
Hey, we always had
the.
we had the backup
No, it's fine.
cleric if anything. We got it, bro.
It's literally the only type of healing thing I get. It's just this crystal dragons get
What
it.
are you talking about?
Oh,
Don't you
man,
get?
now he's the
Don't
main
you get?
healer.
No,
You
I'm
get
joking.
cure wounds eventually,
No.
don't you?
I do not know. Well, I mean, I'm planning on it,
with
but
with your feet.
yeah, I'm planning on it. But like, that's the only thing that came from the thing that's made.
Yeah, why'd you have to go?
Yo, hey, for all
Why'd
intents
you
and
have to laugh
purposes, you're a
at me?
wizard now, bro. You
You're
got
a
fireball. You're a
wizard.
wizard. That's it. It's Jover for you.
Alright. So, what are you guys doing with Frederica? Apparently, feeling much better. 2 thumbs up better, in fact.
That's pretty big.
That's pretty good. That's as many thumbs as you can do on your own.
Debatable.
Dude,
Debatable.
toe thumbs count.
You could
2
try harder.
thumbs? The fuck's a toe thumb?
Yeah. You have a toe thumb. So technically we could do 4.
Oh, big toe? Yeah, she's
Big
gonna
toe.
sit on the floor and then.
I think a toe thumb would be
No.
like.
No, I'm not. Technically, I have sandals on. Okay, all the mush is in between the toes as we speak.
Wait, hold
Excellent.
on. You're wearing sandals?
She might need some more
yeah.
lesser restorations there
Oh,
after this.
So are
She's-
you, man.
No way
shit.
she's right.
You
Look
got
at
athlete's
those.
foot
Look at
coming
them.
I
your
got all
way,
my
bro.
8 toes.
Oh
Hey,
no!
I actually have a human amount of toes. I made sure to edit mine that way. Okay. I
So
I
what
will be
you're
bring-
saying, is you don't have any to spare.
Yeah, pretty much.
Couldn't be me.
I have a limited amount of
Frederica
stuff.
came prepared with extra toes.
She
Whoa,
did.
hold on, I'm counting them now. Whoa, yeah, no.
Stop hiding them. What are you doing?
And
Holding
then
her
I
hand
want
above.
you to know, if you bring she lost toe, that's only one many. Okay. She had backups. She was prepared.
Excellent. I never noticed that before, but those are some. Never mind. Moving on.
No! Say it!
that big toe is something for sure.
Stop looking at my toes.
Oh, you gotta pay for that, man. What the hell?
That's gonna be 5 shilling.
All right. So. The spores felled. The normal atmosphere of the swampy marsh returned. Azul, do you think that there was seriously something wrong with her?
With Fred,
Yes.
you know, I'm never quite sure.
There's a right answer. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with me.
If those spores, if that was, well, I for one have never come across anything like that before. But if that seeps into the water and the water here makes its way back towards Silver Lake, it could very well be what was causing the illnesses, as I think a couple of you deduced. And I am torn. I am sure the ones that we are looking for are somewhere within these swamps from what we heard in town, but I think someone should go back to warn those in that farmstead, in that little farming village, that their water is not safe for consumption. If more people drink it or use it to water crops and the like, I could have a very big problem for the entire town on our hands. If this is in fact the cause.
Should we continue to scope out the area then?
Well, it seems like it would be a good idea to let them know, but also, I mean, we're here right now. Maybe we could take care of whatever's causing it, the sores.
Well, there are a fair amount of us. We could do both at the same time. Although that splitting up might not be the best idea, since there could be something else in the swamp.
No, I was not recommend splitting you up. I was thinking the 6 of you could proceed and I would return. I'm not sure what you have available to you, but I feel like if it comes to heading back out on my own, that I can accomplish fairly simply.
It would work too, yeah.
Well, how will we know if we find who you're looking for?
You know near as much about them as I do. A couple strange folks living out in the marshes that know a bit about demons. Just do some searching around. If anything, find more out about these spores and fungi. If there's anything else strange, if you do find them, just learn what it is that they know. And uh, I don't see a reason why I could not return at another time to ask them questions myself. As long as we find them, that is a success in and of itself.
That sounds fair.
Very well. Then I shall await you at the entrance to the marsh where we first entered here.
Alright, well, you be safe on your way over there, okay?
And a lot of you as well.
Thank you.
And Trez nods and begins to head back the direction that you have come. So, it's just the six of you.
Alright, so shall we go further in? And if so, which way should we go?
Um, well, I was following Bishop's lead, so I think it's safe to say we all move forward. I hope she's will be okay.
Yeah, same. Alright,
Well,
well,
Alright.
yeah, it's
Well, Bishop, you're leading the way?
sure.
Alright. Could you make a survival check for me?
Nice. Hope it works out for me.
Yep. Let's see how lost you get, everybody.
At least I could tell which way is north.
Yeah, that helps. I'll let you get a +1 for that, sure.
Nice.
Aww. Such a generous
remembering
fellow.
to use your magic item, that's neato. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Woo!
hey!
All right. So, making your way forward, avoiding the deeper waters and the crocodiles that still are out and about in this marsh. Swatting away, biting, buzzing insects, you start to notice little markings in the trees, like etched in with a knife. A few lines, some of them with a little bit more intricate patterns, nothing too extravagant, but some sort of code, some kind of symbol. And you keep your eyes peeled for these as you make your way sloshing through the marsh until you come upon a stark divide. The marshlands sort of end abruptly in this little clearing, almost like a meadow. And you could see a clean line where the dull browns and mucky grays of the marsh end, and this meadowy field of brilliant green and multicolored flowers begins. Sitting in the middle of this meadow is a small wooden hut. Nearly invisible, just barely perceptible white steam or smoke flows out of a small cylindrical chimney on the top of it. And you can see that there's like from what you can see, a near perfect circle that extends around this small hut that separates the meadow-like greenery and flora from the muck and mire of the marsh.
I think we may have found what we're looking for. Best to proceed with caution.
Are you proceeding?
I don't know.
Um, could I guess I would move a bit forward just to see what he's seeing. Get a closer look.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
Okay. You see what he sees. The small shack in the middle of this meadow, and you can see where that harsh divide, that almost intentional looking line. It's too perfect a circle to not be by some kind of design. And you can see on the far end, beyond the meadow where the marsh continues, you can see more of these spores, the gas spores that one of them that had exploded near in your face, floating down just at the border, but not crossing.
Is the area within the circle any different than it is like outside, or is it all still marsh?
Nope, it is a very green meadow with very colorful flowers.
Mm.
It is a stark contrast to the march and very out of place.
Could I use magic awareness?
Okay. How often can you do that?
3 times. I've used it
And
twice, I
it's-
base.
This is your second time, I
Defeat?
think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's just spells or magical, etc.
Location of a spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind a cover, a
Alright.
total cover.
So this divide between the marsh and the meadow now glows with a bright blue light. This is definitely some sort of magic, some form of ward against something. Is what it seems like.
Does it belong to like a particular?
Is that what it tells you, or does it just open your senses to?
Yeah, when you sense a
It
spell,
tells
you
you.
learn which school of magic it belongs to.
Okay. Abjuration.
No surprise. Protective spell from abjuration. No way.
Whatever that means.
Alright, I just know about magic. I still just like hitting things.
Is there a stick nearby?
Yeah, plenty.
Like one that I could lift and throw at this
Sure.
perfect line?
Sure.
I would like to do that, please.
Alright, lift it. You throw it at the line or like over the line.
I'm trying to go over it, you know.
Goes over it, no problem.
And I can still see the stick.
Yep. Doesn't seem like it affected it at all.
Are you all seeing something I'm not seeing? Cause I just see a house in the meadow.
Yeah, oh, go ahead, Fred.
Sorry. They're, I mean, not to state the obvious, but definitely a protective spell. Some kind. Um, Not an illusion, though. We all see it, right? We've confirmed that this is just. I take a step into the circle.
Okay. You step over the circle, and you are standing in the meadow now on, pretty solid ground. Very, still a bit springy, but not nearly as mushy and sloshy as the marshlands.
Do you feel anything?
Um, my feet aren't soaking wet, so yeah, a little bit.
That sounds amazing. I'm gonna also go stand on the other side of the line.
Solid land, finally.
Alright, so you guys are all walking over. And you all step across the line into the meadow, the dry grass wafting in the slight breeze. It still has that marshy scent, and insects are still buzzing around. For all intents and purposes, this is still in the marsh, but just the terrain around this little shack definitely does not resemble the rest of the swamp that you had been trudging through for the past couple hours.
Wizard? Maybe. Someone that can use magic, right? But then, would they be selfish because they're only preserving this area and maybe not doing anything about the sickness, or are they cause of the sickness? I don't know. Should we knock?
Well, we should probably knock, I think.
Could
mean-
all of us go, or maybe some of us to check it out first, and we still have some. Maybe I don't know. Should we all just show up, knowing that they don't want to be found because they're in the middle of a marshland surrounded by marsh?
I like the way you think, Frederica.
What if it's a ghost or an old lady?
That's true.
in, in ascending levels of terrifyingness. Ghost or an
Old lady. That is the peak.
I mean, do you have something against old ladies? Did something happen to you?
You mean outside of our mom? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
No.
he said
Oh,
a ghost or an old lady. I mean,
No, that's Fred said that.
oh, you said a
What?
ghost or an old lady?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
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 What are you afraid of getting your
Well, she's
cheek
not
pinched?
that old, but I guess. She is pretty scary. No, you're right. Yeah.
You understand. Thank you.
A real
Yeah,
ghoul.
okay. Right. Absolutely in that order. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
Weren't we knocking? It's a door.
Oh gosh,
Okay,
oh no,
I
we
will-
were
Not
waiting
a
for him.
door.
No!
I guess
This
it's
explains
not
so
good.
much already.
I no clip through the floor.
Alright,
Um,
so who's approaching? Who's not?
If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna also bring. I'm gonna drag, Persephone with me.
Of course.
Well,
Not 'cause
you
I'm scared.
Drag me.
If the
I would
sisters go out, they
Uh,
go out together.
I was gonna go with them, but like slightly behind them.
Yep. Hello. You're selling Girl Scout cookies.
What should we try looking through the windows? Is that what if they catch us? Never mind. Let's just knock.
Hello, have you
All
heard
right,
of our Lord
you go
and
up.
Savior Helm?
You go up and you knock on the door, and you go up. Before the third knock even hits, the door is open, and standing there is a man with shaggy, brown, oily, greasy hair,
Oh.
an unkempt beard, bags beneath his eyes, crow's feet. He looks to be getting up there in years, maybe early to mid 50s at a glance. As the door opens, you are hit with a wave of just some sort of like caustic smell, some sort of scent of chemical, some chemical smell wafts over the two of you.
Good day, sir. Persephone says, with a forced smile on her face, trying not to note any of the terrible smell.
Immediately, you can see his eyes. Are darting between the two of you, Ezekiel right behind, and Melody, Azul, and Bishop, who are further back. He is like almost like sizing each of you up in a split second. What are you doing out here?
People were sick in the town, and or outside of the town, and we were just looking into it, and, we happened upon this lovely meadow.
Yeah. I'm sure if we made it out this far, then you've come across the reason.
You know the reason?
That's why I'm out here. I'm
Oh.
trying to get rid of it. Of course. Yes. Why else would I be out here? It's not exactly an ideal place to live, is it?
I would say not. It's kind of wet. Mm-hmm. No, but is there anything that you're trying to... Can we help?
Maybe. Lloyd! We have visitors. Visitors?
Who's Lloyd?
Is my partner in all of this. Visitors? Why ever would we have visitors out here, old man? And a younger man was up behind him, maybe mid to late 20s, early 30s, perhaps. A bit cleaner with the hair, silky black hair pulled back into a tight ponytail behind him. You can see the robes that he's wearing have various holes, as if like chemical burns or something from experiments, etc. Oh, so we do have visitors. Well, don't exactly have the space for so many of you, but what brings you out here?
Oh, you know, going for a stroll in the middle of the marshlands.
Checkers.
What the?
Checkmate.
Wait, no.
There was a trap. Roll for hotness.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
I'm more of a chess guy myself.
it. Okay, you want to play? What are these? This is gonna be a game of chess between Bishop and someone else. Anyways.
You can be my bishop. In chess, I mean.
I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
No,
No, I'm
See
joking.
you later.
Not again.
Yeah, thanks.
Not again.
Well, I would say great, but that'd be lying. No, I'm joking.
So they come out here thinking that they could help us out, maybe. Well, I mean, it is quite a surprise, but we would be lying if we said that we had things under control here, Dennis. We can handle it. We don't need the help of outsiders. They don't even know what it is we're dealing with. It would take far too long to catch them up.
Well, how long have you guys been dealing with this issue? And
This one in particular, only a few months, I would say, but the issue as a whole, far longer, far longer. If you want to waste your time talking to them, so be it. And we have business to do, work to get back to. It's not gonna solve itself. And the elder man shuffles past him. You can see the interior of the home from what you can see. It's a bit disheveled. The ground itself is a bit mucky, like muddy, as if they had tracked in a bunch of stuff from the swamp and then didn't really care much to clean it up. You can see a bunch of what looks like alchemy materials, test equipment, and that gives reason and rhyme to the immediate hit of chemical smell that you had when opening the door. Taking the place of the old man is the younger Lloyd. Please pay him no mind. The work that we do here it can be quite draining on a body, and his is getting up there in years.
So, what is the work that you do here, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, not at all. Well, as I said, if you made it this far, then, and what you spoke of, trying to help the people in the town, well, that is exactly what we're doing, at least here. You see, as the two of us, well, we come from very different backgrounds, but similar in our interests. Especially with everything going on in the north. Well, I say, wherever we look, we see demons. And I would be remiss if I didn't think that the oddities that are going on in this here marsh were not the result of said fiends. And, well, as a man who knows as much as I about these creatures, about demons, well, I want to see them gone. Well, first things first is trying to make sure that they don't spread their little spores to the ignorant people of Silver Lake. And that's what we're trying to do here, at least in the moment. Still, I'm not really sure what you're doing here. I'm not entirely sure. I believe the whole just walking through the muck and mire of the swamp for fun story.
You got me. I wasn't
Uh,
trying to be deceptive. Sorry. You can say sorry.
I could tell.
On that note, you said you know a lot about demons and devils?
Not demons specifically. I know a fair bit. Certainly more than the average lay person does. But
Right.
what I'm trying to do now is, well, specific to a certain kind. But it's nothing to bother yourselves with. Really. What brings you here? Where do we go from here now? I have work to do. If you are offering assistance, I would certainly not turn it away.
I mean,
Can I
go.
No, you can go. Trust me.
Well, I could take a look. I mean, I don't know a lot about plants. I'm not sure that these spores are plants, though.
You're a keen one. That's exactly what we are getting to the bottom of. Well, it took you particularly short a time to come to that conclusion than it did us. But what we are trying to do is find a way to nullify the process by which they proliferate.
Does it involve inhalation of another living creature?
That's what we believe, and once they get in, it's very difficult to extract them. And that's what we're trying to do here, but for that we need specific ingredients and specific test conditions. And can't exactly just go into the town and spread a disease that we... Could we?
I mean, did you?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Believe me, there's... After being out here for as long as we have, there are... I would doubt that there are any that despise these spores and fungi more than Dennis and I.
So is this like,
Go ahead.
is this well, is this a smaller problem to something bigger? Like, who sent you out? Who sent you both out here to do this, anyways? And how did you hear about it?
Nobody sent us out. We were, well, I guess you could say that it was our former master, our mentor, our teacher that we followed in said regard. No longer with us, rest his soul. We're following in his footsteps to acquire knowledge on these creatures and, well, knowledge is power, after all. The more you know about your enemy, the more capable and effective you will be to combat them. And if we can find a way to reverse or nullify this process by which these fungi and spores infect a host and turn them, well, that would be crippling the enemy in quite the major way. Not to mention, if people are growing ill round Silver Lake, then time surely is of the essence.
From what we heard, they've been sick for a few weeks, I believe.
Oh, that is troublesome. I don't know exactly how long it takes the disease to take hold, but that seems like a fair bit of time. Even before we came to the marsh, we studied demons and demonkind, and especially with the opening of the rifts, it makes learning more about them even more pressing and important. And, well, as one who knows as much about demons as I know that the more you know, the better. There has been a crucial ingredient that has eluded us for some time. From what we know of these demons and the ones that hold particular domain over spores and fungi and plant life. There is something out here, something here that we've not yet found. Something in this marshland from which many of these gas spores come over from. Danis and I have not been able to get there ourselves. The trek quite perilous. But if we could get this ingredient, a mushroom of violet hue, we could perhaps finish this remedy, this cure, this antidote to the spore disease.
Were you, by chance, in town with a bushel of mushrooms recently?
Different mushrooms, but yes, we did go into town not so long ago. Supplies and tools and the like for experimenting and alchemy and tests. Things that we did not have on us. And, well, as we did not have much in the way of coin, we decided that the people of the town would know of the rarity and usefulness, one way or another, of some of the less dangerous plant life that grows in this marsh here, and we were not wrong.
Okay, so, so do you know where this ingredient is, or you said it's dangerous, so you know the
Dangerous to
direction?
get to, absolutely. I do. It is, well, have you come across these spores, these hosts, these carriers of spores? They would be fairly large. If you do not, if you have not, then just simply peek round the corner. They like to hover at the edge of our barrier like parasites waiting for an opening to attack. And he peers around the corner and looks towards one of those large gas spores that is hovering just within the marsh area, not crossing that border, that line, that magical ward that had been set and established. And it's one of the gas spores that you had fought. We've noticed they come from a specific place, cross a large swamp lake.
Right.
And all you would need is for us to get you one?
Not one of these spores, but on the other side, we theorize that there will be other types of fungi, other types of plant life, ones with a more direct link to their progenitor. We
Oh,
need something called a violet fungus. A mushroom of purple hue grows to maybe about the height of one's knee. If we could have this, then that's the final ingredient we need to really put a stop once and for all to these spore fiends. You can see him seethe and almost spit with anger at the thought of these damn fungus.
so if we were to go and fetch this supposed fungus for you, um, would you mind answering further questions later?
Oh, absolutely. What kind of questions do you have, young man?
Well, the the bookstore is rather lacking in certain articles, especially over demons and devils. and we had heard of a couple that had gone in and asked about these books. And as of you saying that you are so well knowledgeable of demons, were you by chance the people mentioned?
My couple, he means two individuals, then yes, that
Yes.
would be us, unfortunately. That Silver Lake did not seem to have much in the way of the knowledge that we need. But if an exchange is something that you are looking for, absolutely. The young lady here seemed keen, especially when it came to her insight that these spores and fungi were not of any sort of natural cause. You bring us a violet fungus, and I will tell you what you wish to know. I can even share with you the name of the demon which controls them.
Okay. Understood. I'm gonna kind of walk forward or try and get the attention of Frederica and Persephone to look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So Ezekiel's between the two of you now. Get out of here,
yeah.
Malibu.
What?
Damn!
Ow!
Why?
That hurt.
That was so aggressive.
Ouch! Ow! See how you feel, gosh.
So, okay, with this given information, do you think we should just go and try and find these violet mushrooms? Tell the rest of the group and get on our way. That way we can get more information out of them, or
Um,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
well, no, my question was out of character. Did you pull us to the side for this, or are we like talking in front of the person?
Yeah, talking in front of the person.
oh, I thought I pulled us to the side.
No, you just said I'm gonna walk up so
That's
that
fair.
they.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Oopsie.
we would know what we would need to know which direction to go because I mean we could just wander around, but you know.
No, absolutely not. I would not. This is a waste of time, and time is of the essence. East of here,
Um,
you will find if you leave here by the east, you will find not quite a path, but you should see where Danis and I had made the trek before. If not, then keep an eye out for markings on trees. They will point you in the right direction. They will lead you to a large lake, and tied to a sapling on the bank of this lake are two boats for rowing. That is as far as the two of us had ever gotten. We never were able to cross. You should just be able, if the light is right, to make out a looks to be an island of some sort near the middle of this lake. That is from where these spores come over and infest this swamp. That is where I believe, that is where I am certain you will find the violet fungus.
Understood. Well, I feel that
wait, no. Wouldn't
Hmm?
I know you said you were gonna offer what was it, the demon's name? But what if we encounter them? Wouldn't it be better and more advantageous to know the name now?
Oh, no, it's not that you will not be finding them here. I am not talking of. There has not been a rift around here large enough to allow the passage of a power such as theirs. I'm speaking of the demon lord of fungus and spores themselves. Not some simple intermediary. It all depends on how much you value information.
And you are going to help get rid of it, right? Once we bring you this item,
Uh,
not just
you-
knowledge, but to
Oh, believe you me, the reason I need I am offering you the knowledge that we have in exchange for that item because I want to eradicate these spores, these fungus. I want to be able to leave this blasted place and move on. But Dennis and I couldn't simply walk on by and see this going on and leave it to fester.
you guys made it far before. What stopped you from continuing? Was it just the spores?
Well, the spores, more or less, we could handle. Honestly, it was more the denizens of the swamp itself. They are, well, crocodiles do take a liking to that water. Them combined with the occasional spore drifting too close made the trek, made the pass too difficult for just the two of us. Especially with the old man being near dead weight as he is.
Did he just raise his voice to say that?
He did, yes.
Okay. Well, with time being of the essence, do we have anything else to say before we head on?
Wait, are you talking to the group?
Yeah, I'm talking to the two of them.
I'm satisfied for now.
Um, yeah, we should probably get started. I mean, fill everybody else in and then get started.
Yes,
They
agreed.
weren't hanging out too far back. I think they could have picked up a solid amount of the conversation, but if you wanted to speak and talk to them and share, absolutely. Best of luck and do take care. Remember, a violet fungus about yay high.
And you said to the east, right?
Yes, to the east.
Right. We'll be seeing you.
I do hope so.
Thanks so much for your time, Lloyd. Wish you could join us, but there isn't mushroom.
Yeah, hopefully not for long.
She's in fireball range, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Time to get going, guys.
He nods and best of luck, and closes the door as he heads back into the shack.
Ezekiel's gonna walk back to the group with a scowl looking at Melody.
Melody's just turning her head, just whistling with her arms behind her back.
What's your point of person in fireball?
You're kind of close right now.
Agreed.
Melody, is he bothering you?
Oh shit!
You're asking her that? You're asking her that? She keeps making puns this entire trip.
And I like puns. What's wrong with puns?
I don't like puns.
And that's a personal problem.
It is a personal problem.
So
Yeah,
you're gonna
you're
bully
not a very.
Melody?
Um, I'm not bullying her. No.
Shake some sense to
Melody.
him again, Fred.
No. No, please.
Or better yet, stomp him on the ground. I'm just kidding.
Stomp me.
He's our cleric. I can't do that for now.
I'm, I'm only kidding, Ezekiel. Gosh, you're not such a fun guy after all.
I'm gonna go to the back of the group and just like kind of mope. Alright, so we start heading east.
Yeah.
Shouldn't yeah,
Not sure if I appreciate all these jokes, Melody.
you know what? You're gonna get the
Especially-
opposite of a DM inspiration.
Yeah, especially that last one. Like that's just in Spore taste.
I'm getting a disadvantage on my next attack roll for that one.
That
Oh,
was so
God.
good.
I love it. Oh, man.
That was in spore taste. That's gross, dude.
Got him.
Yeah, he did in fact get me. Oh
That was
shit.
great. This is going to be a great episode.
So to the east you go.
Oh, we had a SpongeBob episode, now it's a mushroom episode, dude. I can't take this.
What was last episode then?
What was
Part one of the
last
mushroom.
episode?
Mushroom part 1?
Yeah, weren't
That's
we
right.
already making mushroom jokes last
I
episode?
think so, yeah.
Mushroom
Yeah.
part 1, yeah.
Mushroom
That was
part one.
Mushroom Part 1.
Okay. So, Bishop, you quickly verify which direction is north and ascertain from that which way is east. You guys head off in that direction. Back across the line that separates this meadow from the marsh. And back into the swamp you go. Once again, the squishing and squelching of the thick marsh swamp mud beneath your boots, feet, and sandals. As appropriate. And you continue on your way. You guys just walking? Anything that anyone wants to say? Or just following the...
Ezekiel definitely doesn't want to talk right now.
Aw, poor guy.
He's a little angry.
Hmm.
I would keep a lookout for like shrooms or maybe try to be more alert on like things that could be around us.
Okay.
Like, if there's any life at all.
There's plenty of life going on around here, especially that in this form of insects and
Oh, you know what? I don't think I want
lizards and
Would you say there's spiders around?
none of the giant variety. You do see a couple
Mm.
on occasion crawling up a tree, skidding across the ground.
Okay.
You do see, as you continue along the path, those markings on the trees. Some of them you brush off some mud that's clinging to the bark, and you notice the knife carved etching into the tree, and you carry on following those markings. As you do,
Does
Hmm?
Does anybody think it's a little weird that, they just happen to have two boats? I mean, how did they get the boats? I mean, did they build the boats? I mean, do you think they'll be serviceable? Like,
I don't know.
If
Think-
only we had it.
I don't- um, I'm not too sure, but they seem like a knowledgeable bunch, so perhaps it's not out of the ordinary. We'll make sure to inspect them thoroughly before getting on, of course. I'm wet enough. I don't need to get more wet.
So, you continue on. As you do, the light begins to get low as afternoon draws closer to evening. Your pace begins to get a little bit slower as just walking through the muck and mire is getting more and more difficult. Solid land is becoming more and more sparse the closer you get to this lake. And by the time you see the lake, you're already wading. Well, not wading. You're about almost knee deep in water. You can see the two boats that were mentioned hitched to the same sturdy sapling, and out across the lake through the low set fog that rests just on the water's surface. You can barely make out what looks to be the silhouette of land in the distance. The island that was spoken about. You can see the nearly translucent silhouettes of more of these large gas spores that are floating across the water, slowly swaying with the waves and the wind from that island towards where you are now. A couple make their way into the swamp, mere 35, 40 feet away from you. But none seem too bothered by your presence or even aware of it. What do you guys do?
Walk into the boat, I hope? Maybe.
All right.
That's
By the
a
Yeah.
time,
big assumption.
well, Bishop, by the time you get out to the boats, you are about waist deep in the water.
Well, there goes that whole not want to get more wet thing. This is awful.
You can see the boats there are large enough that 3 per would be a pretty tight fit, but definitely doable. 1 set of oars per boat. And, well, they are floating, but they are in no means excellent condition.
Oh, well. They are indeed floating, is not the most
Any holes?
comforting. Yeah.
Even side, I guess.
You can see there are a couple chips, nicks, and even a hole or two, but none of them below the waterline at the moment.
Hmm.
Uh, I guess at this point I would try to climb into one, test it out, see if it can actually hold a person.
Okay. Bishop, you climb into one, and as the boat steadies, and the rest of you can feel the waves caused by Bishop crawling and climbing into this boat, lapping against you. It rests a bit lower in the water than it had previously, but seems to hold you just fine, Bishop.
And I don't see like where there's any water seeping in anywhere towards the boat,
Um,
or I guess at least not immediately
Make an investigation
visible.
check.
Uh, my best, my best skill. Let's go.
Ooh.
Alright, well, let's
Well, you brought some water in with you. Like when you hopped in, obviously you brought water in with you, so it's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't look like any more water is actively flowing in from what you can see.
well, looks fine, I guess.
You
Climb on
sure
in,
about
y'all.
that, Bishop? You sure about that?
Well, if you're an expert in boats, I mean, I'd welcome you to take a look. That it can hold me. That's all I can say. It's holding me. I don't know.
Would it be possible to try to find somewhere a little bit drier?
Somewhere a little bit drier.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I want to take out
You
my.
want to like?
I want to
Pull...
look at my book, my manual.
Okay, so you didn't have to like wait out with them, I guess. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you're still
I'm
standing in like.
observing what's happening. You know, and I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
maybe need to figure how this works.
All right. So you take out the technical manual that you had purchased on the construction, maintenance, and repair of rowing boats. How peculiar and convenient for you, I guess.
And my drift globe, so I can see.
Persephone's reading through this manual right now. Go ahead and make an intelligence check, Persephone, as you are skimming, I'm guessing. Just kind of like speed reading. I don't think you're going in depth and studying this thing cover to cover.
No, we're skimming. Well, that's a 12.
Okay. You didn't get you skipped by the whole construction bit. You're not building a boat from scratch. Um, you pick up a thing here and there about makeshift, um, like patch jobs, just in case you spring a leak. What you could do in the event of that happening, and what materials would be required there. It's just some form of, uh, basically some form of adhesive and something larger than the hole itself, and a little footnote of recommended materials for each of these things. It does recommend a wood of similar type and kind, but you're going over a variety of different rowing boat maintenance procedures and upkeep fixes. Very, very brief idea. You are by no means an expert at the end of your skimming session.
I wouldn't expect to be. So, are there other trees around, or just this sapling?
There are other trees around. A lot of them are sprouting up from the swampy waters. Bishop still just hanging out in the boat.
Yeah, I guess I'm just
Yeah.
weird.
Can I join the same boat as Bishop?
Of course you can.
Yeah. Cue the Little Mermaid song. Sha la 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 la. No, no.
You got to, and then Ezekiel's climbing in too. Hey guys, right between you two.
Get over
Leave a
here.
little room for Helm there.
Leave a little room
Oh,
for-
get in here, you helm lover.
I'm gonna put my shield at whichever end Melody's facing.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look very smugly at her.
Well, nice to have you on board too, Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I just give like a very quiet like thumbs up and at Ezekiel like
Thanks, man.
from my
I'm gonna give
point,
him a
There's
very
some
full smile.
there's some oil in this for you. Thanks, man.
So, Bishop, you got yours.
You got any oil, boy?
I need some oil. I'm gonna start itching up my neck.
Oh my
Alright. So that leaves the other boat for Azul, Persephone, and Frederica. What did you want to do with these other trees, Persephone?
nothing. I mean, if they're floating, it's fine. I guess.
At the moment, they are, yes.
Well,
How scary.
Perhaps if you were believing to reinforce the boats, I wouldn't be opposed.
I was thinking maybe some tree sap might be not bad to have, or something to. I don't know. But I don't have an axe, and I don't have a dagger. Really. I mean, I have the wood carver's tools, but I don't know that I could use that on a tree to get sap. You know?
Make a nature check, Persephone.
Really. 9.
9. Okay. Carry on.
Well, guess we'll get in the boat.
Carry on.
I mean, I don't have an axe, but I have a maul.
Just let's smash it.
Smash the tree.
I should really. I need something to hold more things and more things with which to be held.
Waiting out.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bag?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like one that holds things.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Excellent.
Hmm.
Spoiled Eden kids. All right. So
Hey, I'm not spoiled yet.
He's humble.
Yeah. I'm humble. All right. So the sisters and Azul, you wade out to the second boat. Frederica climbs in. Persephone, Azul, as you are climbing in, you feel something brush against your leg.
Oh, hell no. Absolutely not.
Briefly.
Is that a real response?
What the
Yes.
hell?
Is it in the boat or in the water?
It's
Where's
in the
he
water.
feeling
He
it?
hasn't climbed in yet.
Okay.
Against his leg. Yeah.
Well,
Frederica and
Freak it
Persephone,
out.
you guys are in the boat.
Hmm?
Creepy pasta.
You guys notice as Azul is about to get into the boat, he looks down towards the water, but
Hmm. So,
could have been a fish, could have been anything.
Use
and
that.
I don't imagine I can see through
Oh,
this.
absolutely not. This water is murky.
Do you
Hmm.
need a hand?
No. I'm fine.
Azul hoists himself into the boat. Again, you can just see in the distance the vague silhouette of a land mass further out into the lake. You can see it just so through the light fog that is getting heavier and denser by the minute. Who in each boat will be manning the oars?
If I'm between the two of them, I'm gonna man the oar for our boat.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the strongest one for sure.
Are you sure about that?
You sure
Are
about
you
that?
sure about that?
Well, I was just thinking,
Mel-
like, on a physics scale, it would be easier for me to row the boat than.
just rearrange yourselves.
Melody's just in the background, like just flexing, you know.
Mhm, like, ah,
Yeah, just hitting the Aristotle flexes. Melody, do you want the oar?
Sure, I don't mind it at all.
alright, so
So all right.
I need someone who's going to be at the front of the boat, someone at the bow, someone at the stern, at the back of the boat, and the person in the middle is going to be the one rowing. Who's at the front, who's at the back, and who is rowing? Now, the front, as I said, is going to be pointing towards where you are going. The back is pointing towards where you are coming from.
I wouldn't row.
You know what, Ezekiel? I trust you. You
I
will do a
would-
good job. Uh-huh.
All right, just hand me the oars. Come on, let them go.
Bishop's gonna.
Bishops,
He's
you
gonna
know,
kind of like
finally.
scoot over me. I'm gonna have
We
to
have
like.
finally landed on the one that makes sense. Good job, guys. Alright,
So
who's
what?
at the
He's a
front?
physical-based fighter. I'm
Me.
at the back then.
You're at the back?
Hmm,
Yeah.
Alright, the one with the lantern is at the
Yeah,
back.
I was about to
so
say
good
perhaps. I was about to tell him the in character
Wait,
too. Like,
that's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good point. Alright, I'm at the front then. I'm
At the front. Okay. This way, Melody and Bishop can stare into each other's eyes. Excellent. And over.
mean,
room for helm, guys.
I mean, I'll be rowing, so I mean, I hope she's looking forward.
yeah.
No, at you.
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you're rowing, you are facing
If you're
the
rowing,
back of the
you're
boat.
facing the back, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because I have to go.
No, no, nice weather we're having.
It's not. It's really not. All right. So Frederica's rowing in the boat of sisters plus Azul. Who's at the front? Who's at the back?
I'm at the back.
Okay. And so you untie the boat to the sapling.
Wait, actually, front.
Front. Okay.
You can have the globe.
Persephone and
The blue.
the globe, the drift globe. Persephone and and Azul shuffle around Frederica and change positions. Persephone hands off the drift globe to you, Azul. It's already activated, lit up.
I'm gonna use.
And I guess if you
I was gonna say I'm using a pint of oil for my lantern.
Okay. So, with the lantern at the head of the boat of Ezekiel, Bishop, and Melody, and the drift globe alight at the bow of Azul, Frederica, and Persephone, you shove off and begin to row. Soon the sound of croaking begins to die down. The buzzing of insects, while still omnipresent, is less so. And just the sound of oars moving, pushing through water and splashing down into them is the constant, rhythmic, methodic sound that the two of you, or the two boats and the six of you hear. About 5 minutes in, the shore that you had pushed off from is nothing more than a vague silhouette in the distance, and you are surrounded on all sides by this thick and dense fog. Could Ezekiel and Azul make a perception check for me, please?
Uh, 24.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
All right. Ezekiel
Yeah.
and Azul, you both hear a splash in the water a few dozen feet ahead of you. Not directly, but off to the side. Azul, you're not quick enough to spot exactly where or what it was. Ezekiel, you can see reflected in the light of your lantern, hazy as that light is, as it cuts through the fog, the glistening and glimmering of something reflective, a reptilian eye before it descends and splashes and submerges beneath the water again.
Hmm. How close are we to the other boat, actually? Are we within earshot?
Yes.
Okay. Azul, did you see that?
no, I didn't quite catch it, but I believe I may have felt it earlier.
Oh. Well, before it descended into the water, I saw some sort of reptilian eye. It was smooth and glossy. So, just continue keeping a lookout and maybe look a little extra hard at the water near us.
Right.
All right.
Alright. Continuing on. Bishop, Frederica, could the two of you make a strength check for me, please?
My weakness.
I know, my biggest weakness actually.
Then why'd we put you in the middle?
Hey man,
What the hell?
it's my weakness because, you know, the dice just gets mad at me for some reason.
I know, but oh
Oh,
my god.
no!
No,
See?
dude.
I
We
knew
should
I
have
should
put
have.
Melody in the middle.
No,
I would have rolled a
no,
20.
If he would have somehow hit a 22,
It's okay, it's
even
my
though she only
fault
has a
for not
0.
rolling in tabletop. I forgot. I rolled checks in tabletop for better or worse.
What a fool.
Yeah,
What a fool.
what a
We're gonna
fool.
die.
We're dead.
I thought you were gonna be an.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
oh my god. Hey, we're being with each other. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, keep it peace with each
Yeah,
other.
baby.
Mm. Now another chance for this
You
weird
all
glossy
sink into the
reptilian
deep,
shit.
never to be seen again. The end.
So you feel like it's harder than it should be, Frederica, and it's almost frustrating. You pull up and you can see in the light cast by the magical orb that Persephone had lended to Azul. You can see that your oars are pretty gnarly shape, and there's a large chunk taken out of one of them that seems to just make your job that much harder to keep this boat going in the right direction. And similarly for you, Bishop, you feel like getting through the water is a lot more difficult than it should be. Except your reason is only realized when you notice and see the rippling of water around your feet.
Ah, crap. I mean, I'm sorry. Ah, crap. uh, I don't mean to alarm you all, but look down at your feet.
uh,
It's
how did this happen?
It's a slow leak, but it is a leak.
Hmm.
Uh,
What do we do now?
Man.
uh, well, you could try to make yourself useful and try to cup the water and throw it out. If
Make yourself
Oh, crazy.
just bail out.
I suppose I'm gonna start using the 2 flasks he gave me a while back and start trying to siphon out stuff since they don't have
Wait.
oil in them anymore.
Okay, used all the oil. Okay, well,
Yeah,
I gave you
Of course
2
he
pints.
did.
You used 2 pints already? This guy's
yeah, I used both.
oh, what a beast.
Okay.
Burning.
No.
So you have these flasks. It's I guess maybe a little bit better than just using your hands. Maybe like
I don't know.
maybe not. I don't know.
It's better to try something than to do nothing.
Absolutely.
You
So-
have hands.
You do have hands.
Well, you want me to drink it?
We are not cavemen.
We have technology.
We have technology.
Oh no!
What about this cooking
Use it
pan
as to smash the floor.
This cooking pan? You have a cooking
from
pan?
my mess kit?
You
Wait,
have a
really?
yeah, that'll work. That'll probably
Okay.
actually
Just
help more.
Just
It's-
hand it over to Melody. Like, please
So-
help.
Please help. So it's not like it's not crazy deep right now, but it is coming in, and that probably will help. Let's have. What kind of check would this be? Let's
Can I
call
get
it
some death saving throws?
dexterity.
Dex,
Dexterity.
Dex,
check.
yeah, hell yeah.
Dex on both for both Melody and Ezekiel. As Ezekiel, you hang your there's like a little hook a little bit for placing like a lantern at the front of the ship, at the front of the boat if you wanted to do that. If not, you can just place it down inside of the boat. Your call.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out on that little bit then.
Okay.
21 by the way.
All right. So
Oh, thank goodness.
so you are shoveling with your hands, cupping water and throwing it and shoveling it and scooping it out of the boat as fast as you can, as Melody is kind of like just flipping water in place. Some of it is getting out of the boat, some of it is just falling back in, some of it is kind of drizzling and peppering Bishop and Ezekiel and yourself.
Hurry, come on. We're not even near the shore.
I'm trying. Smash,
Try
smash,
harder.
smash.
All right, so as this is going on, the commotion from the nearby boat, Persephone, Frederica, Azul, you pull ever so slightly ahead.
It's a race.
It's a race.
Damn, bro.
Yes.
Crazy.
As a whole. Persephone,
The-
Frederica.
The boat, from all of the commotion and scurrying around of the two of you, does begin to rock and get a little bit uneven and unsteady. You guys
Mm.
have to calm yourselves a bit. Bishop taking the lead on that. So, what are you yelling out, Ezekiel?
We have some holes in our boat where some water's coming in. That's what I'm telling them.
Do you know where they are? Or how
Not
big?
particularly at the moment. I'm busy shoveling water. Ask Bishop. I think he's gonna have keener eyes for that right now. Oof, oof, oof.
Hmm.
Calm down. You're gonna capsize the boat.
But if I don't shovel more, then the boat's gonna sink anyway. So the capsizing won't even work anyway. He's gonna keep rambling about that.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
just
get
my life now.
stressed out.
Just.
This is my life now. Just
If you find the hole, you can put something in it, maybe.
indeed.
And then maybe have to bail out less water?
All right.
Well,
Locating the source of the leak is something that you can do. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'll try for it, I guess.
Hey, go ahead and make an investigation check, Ezekiel.
All right.
Do you want me to
As-
inspire you?
No, but I don't know. Okay, investigation. That is a 13.
Okay. Initially, no, but you keep looking. It might take you some time. Maybe, maybe not. Do you want to keep looking? You are in a bit of a panic right now. Do you want to keep looking for it or go back to bailing out? You might not find it if you keep looking.
I'm gonna tell Melody to keep looking. As of I can see, I'm getting more water out than she is, and I keep seeing her just accidentally dump more in the boat.
All right, got it. So, Melody, you go ahead and make an investigation check. Bishop, I would like you to make a water vehicles check, please.
Oh fuck! Like, oh, that's right. I did have that proficiency, huh? I don't. Don't.
Oh.
Well,
Why would
So-
you say that?
This would just be a d20 plus your dexterity, I would say, as you're trying to keep on course.
What a beast!
okay. Okay.
What a beast!
Alright, so there may be
Is that
hope.
a nat?
All right, let me.
No, it's 16 plus 4.
You have a +4 in intelligence? What the fuck?
Well, not intelligent. She's a bard, so she gets bonuses to all of her skills,
Oh,
basically.
she gets
Yeah.
knick-knack skills. Okay.
Yeah, and just for your record, I have a +1 in intelligence.
Makes sense. Why?
Wait, is your investigation? Do you have proficiency in that?
She does,
Plus
yeah.
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she does have
What a
proficiency.
beast.
A
Interesting.
jack of all trades.
No, a jack of all trades should be half your proficiency.
Yeah, that's not what you're getting it because you actually have.
Like,
You actually have
actual real
proficiency.
proficiency.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, College of Lore. I forgot. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go. Yeah, she's the
Of
smart
course.
bard.
I'm the intelligent one.
I don't even know what I
found-
know.
I use my intelligence for puns. Mm.
So,
well.
Melody, with the frying pan cooking pot that you are bailing out with, you are bailing out in quotation marks there. You, as you scrape it against the boat and aimlessly flip water, you do notice that the rippling of the water coming into the boat does change when you have the pot at a certain point, and you do locate the source of the slow leak itself almost entirely by accident. Bishop, despite all the commotion and all the chaos, you do manage to at least keep Frederica's boat in your peripheral, and you manage to keep the same heading as them.
Just keep rowing, nice and steady.
That's right, rowing partner. You're doing awesome.
I'm gonna stop siphoning out water.
I'm just gonna be like,
I'll
"Shh,
accept it.
shh, shh, shh."
Persephone was right.
Don't.
I'll give up. No, I'm not actually gonna do that. I'm gonna keep shoveling.
Ezekiel's just gonna jump out.
Well, it's been swell, guys.
You feel a vibration throughout the whole of your ship, as if something was rubbing, scraping, moving underneath it. You feel the vibration through your feet, through the rippling of the water. Something has collided with your boat, Melody, Bishop, Ezekiel. Grazing underneath it, it seems.
He was gonna look visually white, more so than he already is.
Well, that's great.
Melody's just holding the frying pan, just getting ready to attack whatever comes in her way.
What was that now?
I mean, you found the leak. It's still leaking.
I do have a question about that. How, no, I was thinking I could shove infernal goo into it and maybe it would act like glue, but I don't want to try that out. That was a thought.
Just a thought.
Okay.
Wow.
Um, do we have anything to close up the boat?
I don't know.
Can I use the end of this frying pan to like just stick it in that hole, or?
How big is
What
the
in
hole?
the
We
hell?
would have gone under if it was that big.
Maybe you have something you could plug the hole with. I don't know. Let me try to look for something. I guess.
I suppose so.
I
Put it on the hole.
put on the whole melody.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Use a sock.
I have two clothes in an article of clothing, maybe a sock.
I don't know. Maybe put this cup. I have a cup.
I have a cup. Put a
That's like
cup on.
try to push it down into it. What else do I have? Hold on. I got smith tools.
Are you looking through this as you are rowing, Bishop?
No, I'm not.
You know, I have a spare pair of hide armor. If I could just shove it into the hole.
I mean, that's not necessarily just cover the hole and then put pressure on it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. How close is it to Melody, actually?
I mean, she was able to find it. The boat isn't huge.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Maybe I have a blanket. Now, I know it might not be the most waterproof thing, but we could try and clog it with the blanket.
Okay. What are you guys trying to do? Anyways, you still have that whatever happened that collided with your boat or grazed underneath your boat.
Well,
there's definitely something surrounding us or scraping against us. So, again, try to keep calm. This is pretty bad, but we can make it. We just
And just as you say that, Bishop, Azul, Frederica, Persephone, make a strength saving throw, please.
Wow.
No.
As your boat is rocked by something, as the other boat, you look over and you can see the scaly top half of one of these crocodilian creatures has just slammed itself into the rowboat that is being piloted by Frederica.
28. Natural
Nice.
20.
we got max roll.
Nice.
That's a strength chest I needed earlier.
Same.
6.
Oh no.
Wow.
Wow.
And Persephone?
That's an 8.
8. All right. So, Frederica, you obviously save. And Azul, you just saved. No. Persephone and Azul are both rocked and thrown from the small watercraft by the impact of this creature. You can hear the crocodilian hiss as it dives again beneath the water's surface. Azul and Persephone have gone overboard.
Could I stop rowing, obviously for obvious reasons, and the water to see if I can find them? Look.
Make a perception check. This all happened pretty quickly.
Yeah. My human eyes.
Oh no.
Ah!
Oh no.
Hmm.
When?
The 8. The
If only we,
8.
if only we had gloves that gave us
No,
climbing and swim
unfortunately, you can't
speed.
see immediately. You cannot see. You pull the oars back into the boat and rush to the side. While you're already there, you just scoot over to the side and clinging to the edge of the boat, looking over, you can see the water is still churning from when Azul and Persephone had fallen in. Although you stopped rowing, you still had a bit of momentum, so you are drifting. Ezekiel, Bishop, and Melody, you see this commotion. You saw the creature Persephone and Azul. Could you two, well, if you don't have anything else that you wish to do, make athletics checks to try to swim and reach the surface. Persephone at should metal armor give disadvantage?
Oof.
Don't she die?
This is CWS.
Hey,
You
it's
can
two
do this,
natural ones.
Percy.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
no.
Doesn't matter.
I guess she's sinking regardless.
Oh shit.
No.
No.
So, this is a hairy pickle to be in.
Harry Pickle.
Hairy pickle.
The hairy pickle.
Your pick-
What was your role?
Uh,
Can I see her?
What was your athletics check, please?
oh shit.
My athletics check is based on if
Two.
I can see her.
I would say immediately. This is in the immediate aftermath of being thrown from the boat. You cannot see anyone right now.
The same thing. At the fort.
No. Oh my god. No.
What?
Water is the
Oh,
enemy.
You're my.
Alright.
So
Tad-
after a few moments that feel like minutes, the water begins to settle, but there is no sign of Azul or Persephone. You can
I'm going
see
in.
the occasion. You're going in. All right.
I'm going into the water.
All
Wait,
right.
Fred. Fred,
Make
wait.
perception.
Nope, too late. She's in. Like,
Uh,
wait, Fred! You see Frederica jump from the boat, leaping into the swampy water below.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm going to.
Jump in as well. Okay.
I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking because I'm thinking about casting light on myself, and then, or at least my armor,
Mm-hmm.
and then jumping in. That way, maybe we can see better, or at least they can see me.
Yeah, there we go. So when they need to get to saving you, they can
Yeah.
see you.
Well, dude, that's really bad
No.
because
No, it's
I'm the
okay.
only one with the ability to bring someone back at the moment.
Alright, so what are you doing as the one that is driving this boat that at least temporarily seems to have stemmed its leaking issue with the hide armor, Bishop?
God damn it! Why'd she have to jump in? All right. So what I would want to do is I'd try to just get some rope, right, tied around. I'm trying to see what I would tie it around.
You can tie it around me.
God
That's
damn
Maybe
it.
not, brother. I don't know what the
uh,
hell you're on, brother.
Brother, oh, the hell you wrong, brother. Let me tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you something. We got people in the water, brother. This ain't time for your games and
What are you
manipulations.
talking
oh my god.
You have to tie it around Melody and kick her off like an anchor or something to keep you in the same place.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh my god.
Stop kidding, though.
Oh my god. Alright, so could you cast light on like an any item
Yes.
or
Yes, I can.
any item? Okay.
So, yes.
Okay.
It can be no longer than 10 feet in dimension. So that is my only stipulation. Besides it having to be an item and not a person.
Okay, so I am going to take the pan from Melody,
Mm-hmm.
tie the rope around it as best as I can, make sure it's a tight fit, and then tell Ezekiel to cast light on it, and then just try to just throw it over the
So
edge.
by it, do you mean the pan or the rope?
The pan with the rope tied around it.
There's still separate
I can
objects.
only do one object at a time.
Oh no! You're gonna cast light on the pan.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly tap the pan and then he's gonna throw it
Alright.
in.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Right.
just try to throw it in the like a general direction of where the other boat is, and
Mhm.
just so I can sink and hopefully they can see the light and tug at it. I hope it's
Alright.
them.
So you quickly pull the oars in, take out a piece of rope. This does take some time. Snatch the pan from where near Melody is sitting, tie the rope around it, get it hopefully taut. Ezekiel casts light on the pan, and you chuck it out towards where the other boat is, where you saw Frederica diving into the water. Can you make a dexterity check, please? Or an attack roll with dexterity. Same thing. Because you're
Okay.
not proficient in pan throwing.
Okay.
That might be my specialty.
All right. So I don't even know an attack. Okay, it's the same thing, right? So
It's just a d20 plus dex, yeah.
yeah.
Why am I
Okay.
off the boat now?
So let me do it again.
The boat is slightly angled.
Oh, what? Oh, that's not good.
Just angled, but then you snap to grid, so can't.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Right. So,
Heck yeah.
Chuck, and you
Good old
toss it
tabletop.
in.
Mhm.
Frederica, can you make a perception check? Not with disadvantage, as there's a splash as you hit the water. A few seconds after, you're holding your breath. The murky swamp water is beginning to sting your eyes with whatever is compromising this lake here. You don't really see much of anything, just this gray, black, green haze until near you a splash that kind of makes your heart sink a little, thinking it might be whatever had tossed your sister and Azul from the boat. But instead, you can sight this, and that is through some of the murk and mire of this swampy lake. Go ahead and make a perception check, please.
The disadvantage?
No, not disadvantage,
not
because there's the light now.
Nice. Thank you, Light.
Where'd Dune go? Where'd Dune go?
I don't know.
I do
Perception.
know
Oh
you.
no, he got disconnected.
It looks like he's coming back in. Whew.
Nice. Oh, gosh.
17.
Right. Excellent. So you can see Waterlog sinking pretty quickly, attempting to struggle, not knowing which way is up. It seems you can just see the forms, the silhouettes of Azul and your sister. Your sister sinking slightly faster than Azul, but Azul is closer. However, you also see a large, shadowy form of some creature moving quickly through the water towards Persephone.
Ooh, could I panic rage?
Panic rage.
Panic
Alright.
rage, please.
And what are you
Roll a
doing?
D8, please.
Oh, D8.
I'd be definitely beelining it straight for my sister.
All right, sorry, Azul. We're moving on.
Oh wait, ignore that. That's a nice roll though.
Wait, what was that?
That was nothing.
Yeah, why'd you do
Like-
that?
No, I meant to clear. I
Perception.
miscalculated my mouse.
Oh.
That's
Oh, that's just the that's the rage. That's the rage roll. Yeah.
Oh.
Each
Chad.
Each creature of my choice I can see within 30 feet must succeed a Constitution. I don't know how many feet away I am, but if not, they take necrotic damage.
Okay, Constitution saving throw. You can vaguely
Mhm.
see the creature. Okay. That is a fail. 7 total.
Wow.
Could I? I'm thinking right now.
once-
That's good. Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome.
Oh no.
How far away are they from where I am currently?
The boat is currently where Frederica is. You don't know where they are. And Bishop has stopped maneuvering your boat to tie that off. When I get back to you guys, he could start doing that again if he wants to. But right now, the boat would be where Frederica is. You don't know where Azul or Persephone are. All right, so what's that 1d12?
It's a 9.
9. All right, and you get that many temporary hit points as well.
Oh yeah, that's like the next sentence. Thank you.
And you are heading towards Persephone, you say. Okay. Unfortunately, against you, Persephone, that is a natural 20 to hit.
Oh,
Hmm?
I would like the shield.
Shield doesn't negate a crit.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much the plus is. Okay, whatever. Sure. Never mind.
Natural 20 is a critical hit.
That's fine. This is good. Proceed.
Oh no.
This is fine.
Oh no. No.
As you are sinking fast, Persephone, you can feel this jolt of pain shoot up your leg as something chomps down onto you. And you suffer 41 points of piercing damage.
Excitement.
What?
Ugh. Excitement.
The fuck?
Yippee! Oh.
As something chomps down, bites down onto your legs, you could feel it sinking into your flesh and hastening your descent into the murky depths. Frederica, or actually Persephone, what are you trying to do?
I would like to cast. Well, wait. How close is? Can I see where Fred is? I mean, is she within 15 feet of
Looking
me?
up, you can see she is not quite within 15 feet of you, no.
Okay, I'd like to thunder wave, please. I'm gonna punch at this now.
You're thunder waving. Okay. Okay. And what is that? What kind of saving throw?
Constitution.
Woo. Constitution. It's pretty good at this, but its roll was not. That is a 6 on its Constitution save.
Yeah, no.
All right. So, what happens? Does it not? It's knocked back. It's knocked front. What? How's that work? And how does this translate to underwater combat?
Glub glub glub.
Glub glub, indeed.
It takes 8
Glub,
damage
glub, glub.
and gets pushed 10 feet away from me. But I don't know. If that just propels me 10 feet further down, I don't know. Whatever. We'll try.
Probably not. I wouldn't say. Why would it propel you 10 feet further down?
And there's a very loud boom. Audible
yes.
to 300 feet.
From, well, it's underwater, so yeah.
Yeah.
A
Well,
big
yeah.
boom. So, you see this thrashing going on. The three of you that are still above the water, you can see bubbles beginning to form and rise before all of a sudden, can the three of you make a strength saving throw for me, please? As almost like someone dropped a stick of dynamite. Explosion of force and sound and thunder energy erupts from the point that Persephone was underwater, and this large wave begins to push and buffet and rock the boat.
You said strength saving throw?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I put mine in chat. Alright,
You gotta
so...
be fucking kidding me.
it's okay.
So, as this happens in this eruption of force and sound, this wave comes. Bishop, you are getting the oars back and you are unawares of this. Melody and Ezekiel, with eyes more on the situation going on, you manage to just brace in time. Bishop, however, is swept overboard along with one of the oars to the other side of the boat. And as the boat settles, the rocking settles back down, you notice Bishop is gone.
Oh. Okay, does he still have the rope with the pan? Or no?
I don't think he was holding it, was he? I think because he
Well-
would have had. I don't think he was when he. Because if you were gonna row over towards them, you probably wouldn't have been.
Yeah,
manning the rope.
Yeah, I would have just kept it like I would have been on it, but
Nearby.
not like nearby, and so that I could see as it's sinking, and then if there's a tug or something, I could pull
Yeah,
it.
you wouldn't have positive control of it at all times though, because you have.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
since
don't
it's
think so.
nearby, are we able to see him in the water? If we were to
What
look
do you mean
in-
it's nearby? The rope is in the boat.
Oh, dude.
Or you could grab the rope. It's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's not
immediately
attached to Bishop though.
start hoisting up the rope and then try and throw it in his general direction.
Okay. So, as this is going on, Persephone, you have freed yourself from the grasp of this creature temporarily. Azul, Frederica, what are you doing? As Frederica, as you saw your sister and you're swimming down towards her, you feel this wave of force as she casts the Thunder Wave spell that pushes back against you. Can you make an athletics check to push against the force of this thunder wave that erupted from her direction? So it's athletics. I don't know if raging gives you advantage or a bonus on this.
Oh, does it? Hold on.
Alright. Regardless, that is enough. As you are swimming down towards your sister, she, with the fleeting light, as now that source of light that you had used to see your sister is being pulled and drawn away from you. And with it, the, well, usefulness of it cutting through the murk and mire of the swampy lake water, and you are almost left swimming blind down towards your sister.
Oh.
Did I use? Wait, would she still be grappled, or was with the thunder wave she was able to push herself
You don't know.
because it was biting her? Oh. Could I use get me there to like push me forward?
Sure. I don't see why not. Like a jet propulsion, you thrust with the hammer forward with the last vestiges of light, about a second and a half of terrifying darkness where you don't know if for sure where she is, but you know the last place that she was. Persephone, the pain throbbing in your left leg from the thigh down. You're not sure even if you have that leg anymore, but you scramble upwards, and in a moment you can feel something as you reach up, and Frederica, you can feel something as you reach down. The two of you grasp and hold on to each other, recognizing the grip of your respective sisters. Frederica, you aid in pushing and kicking and pulling Persephone towards the surface. Azul, what are you doing?
Can I see them?
You can't see them. You felt the force and heard that thunder wave and the sound of it traveling through the water. So you have a direction, and I'll say that momentarily you were able to see shadowy figures of them, but that light again is being drawn and taken away from you. I'd say there would be a brief moment where you could see the outline of Persephone being dragged down by something or sinking, and Frederica swimming, kicking her way down at an angle towards her sister.
The vortex warp says that the chosen space must be a surface or in a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze.
That is an interesting wording of a spell. What does that even mean? What are you trying to do?
Get them to the surface.
Okay. Let's see. Surface or in a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze. I don't even know what that means.
I guess like you can't put them in a cramp hole or something. I don't know.
In a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze.
Oh yeah,
What?
you can't do like I warp them into this little tiny metal box and they just fucking
Yeah.
implode in there type of shit. I think that's what that's for.
Oh, I see. It's so that you don't use it on like an enemy.
Yeah, so you
Take
don't
like
cheese
that
enemies.
increased, that increased damage that usually says like
Okay.
you know, if you do
It's just
damage to
weird that it
somebody
goes, like,
because they
'cause
don't
it's, like,
fit in the space.
A liquid that can support the target without it having to squeeze. Like, what?
That is very weird
Yeah,
wording, but someone fucked someone over at some
Yeah,
point,
I
and
gotcha.
that little bit got added.
Fucking cocksucker.
Alright, so
That's what that feels.
yourself is what? What'd you say?
No,
Sounds
twin
bad.
spell
I'll put them in
is-
your water skin?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I see. No, it's
So
twin
it's just the
spell,
two
so
of
only
them.
two
Oh,
of
twin
them.
spell. Okay. Because you can't upcast it, so you're twin spelling it?
Well, upcasting it doesn't choose. Upcasting does not.
it's just
The reason I
range.
can twin spell is
So-
because it's single target.
Yes. And it cannot target more than one. Okay. So
Yeah.
twin spell, the two of them to the surface.
Correct.
Alright, you are still yourself are not in the greatest of situations, but so this is an interesting thing that doesn't come up often, but I will set the precedent of it now. Normally you can hold your breath a number of minutes equal to your constitution modifier.
Okay.
You are using that breath because this has a verbal component.
Oh.
Just so you know. That didn't have a British accent.
Oh, sorry.
Could you do that in a British accent? Thank you.
That was beautiful. Okay, I do have a thing that I would like to try.
Well, are you you still doing this, Azul? Once you do this, you have no more breath and you'll have to get to the surface. Which you are, well, hard to say. You're pretty much just sending them up. Well, with the light, I'll say that you could... You're maybe about 15, 20 feet down right now.
I mean, if I could, once it gets to my turn, I guess, if depending on what he decides, if I could see the pan now thrown in my direction, depending on how close it is, I'd try to reach for it and then try to swim towards Zul if I could see him.
Well, we'll
Would
see.
we
That's a
say-
while
I-
now.
I mean, I could
Yeah.
hoist you with the
Hold on.
pan and the rope. But
Could we say, or all right, I'm gonna state my case anyways. If I use the gem flight, would that help me in any form of way under the water?
Doesn't give you a swim speed, does it? Those are
That
different
is the
speeds.
same argument I'm having in my head, but it also doesn't make any sense that propelling spectral wings out of your fucking back doesn't make you push yourself forward anymore.
Sorry, my dude. It specifies what kind of speed, and if swim speed wasn't a thing, I would agree with you, but swim speed is a thing.
Okay.
I might make it help you out a little bit, but it's not gonna be like giving you a swim speed. That's what giving you a swim speed does. I mean, chuck a bird into the water, it's not like... You have wings, you could swim. What's wrong with you? think
They're
that's
not the same.
It's not the same? How is it not the same?
Because it
mine is spectral.
Because mine are spectral and they're super cool dragon wings. So obviously I can swim with them.
Zen's giving me the super uncool rules as written.
Oh no.
You have, dude, the fucking sorcerer that I reworked for you includes a way for you to get a swim speed. So don't you go shitting on that with your fucking, my gem wings can do it for me.
Yeah, sure. I just have to reach 18th level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
it
I
comes
got you.
before
I'll
that.
I'll
It's
see
no,
you
it's
in a
before
couple
that.
of levels.
What are they talking about?
16.
It's
I'm
before
sorry,
that.
my bad. 16th level.
No, it's even before. I think it's like 14.
Hell no. It's the same. It's the same level I get the flight, which is
No.
like
You
near
were
the end.
not.
Like four. That's 14. That's 14. I think.
Oh right. 14.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a couple levels, man.
All right, guys, level up
Yeah.
in the water right now. Right, it's
I
time to
love it.
transcend your limits right here, right now.
Yeah.
You wanted to swim.
Well,
speed, you should've
because
been a
I
sea elf
think
or
it's
something. I don't know
cool.
what you were.
Well, because I think it's cool, I'm gonna do it anyway.
All right. Sounds good. So the
Are
wings come
spectral
out
rings visible?
because- Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like, are they
Azul
shiny or
doesn't know what
anything?
exactly he's doing. Just Persephone and Frederica. Well, they would
Oh.
have to be willing.
This is all something. Wait, if they aren't
Oh, yeah.
willing, doesn't that still use his breath?
Yes.
If not-
Absolutely. He's still casting the
They have
spell.
to. They would have to make Constitution saving throws if they are not.
Huh.
You feel. The two of you feel something magical pulling on you. You might be fighting magic crocodiles. You don't know.
True danger of this.
Croco wizards, you know.
Dude. Croca hags.
Croco hags.
Rocka hags.
Hagadiles.
Hagadiles is great.
Just process what you all just said.
What's wrong with him? What's there to process?
Yeah.
I mean, agonize.
It's fine. Persephone,
um,
Frederica, you find yourselves teleported to the surface of the swamp. You're taking in the breath. You're soaked. Persephone, you're being supported by Frederica. You can see the boat maybe about 10, 15 feet away from you. Azul, can you make an athletics check after casting the spell? Not holding your breath, but just resisting the urge to inhale and take in the murky swamp water as you are out of breath after casting the spell.
Okay.
11. So,
Huge.
Ezekiel, you rein in the pan and you take it and you chuck it to the other side where Bishop is. He's just off the other side of the boat. You can see him. Bishop, can you make an athletics check for me as you are attempting to swim and make your way back up to the surface? The boat itself that you and Melody are in is rocking, swaying on the waves, the remnants of that explosive thunderwave spell that Persephone had cast. Bishop, you managed to make your way back to the surface, clawing up and breaking the surface, inhaling as you can see a cooking pan thrown in your direction. You managed to barely dodge out of the way before without getting hit in the head with it, and grab on as Ezekiel assists you in making your way back to the rowboat, helping you up as you climb your way in.
Okay.
Does
At
this take my main action?
Yeah, this is all your action here.
Oh,
I mean, you're pulling it back, pulling the thing back, retrieving it, taking it, throwing it in, helping him pull it back. Yeah, this is taking more than
Yeah.
6 seconds.
ooh.
Uh,
okay.
am I able to do something?
You were making your way back in. You get up to the boat and you can see that Persephone and Frederica have made their way back to the side of the boat. They're still in the water. You have no visual on Azul.
Okay,
Um,
so go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I don't know if it makes any difference, but um, am I able to do like a prestidigitation and cast like a symbol of light of some sort on a surface area of water for Azul to see?
I
Uh,
don't see why not. That's what's the distance of that? Does it have to be touch or do you have to be close? What does it say?
the range for that, it's a verbal command and it's a 10 feet
10
range.
feet. Okay.
And it's done for it like the light is there for an hour.
An object or a surface. Water's surface?
I mean, there's the
Sorry.
water surface.
There is the surface of the water.
Yeah, surface.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Uh,
Sure, but it's
Although-
only 10 feet, so that's gonna be like
Yeah.
here.
okay.
That's not that far.
Alright,
Oh.
But it's there.
okay. Alright.
Good luck,
Okay.
Azul.
My turn, maybe?
Oh.
I don't know if I get a turn, but
What are
if
you
I
trying to do,
could,
Bishop?
I would tell them very quickly, hold tight on the rope, and then I would grab the pan and the rope, so that, and just ensure to hold the other end, and I'm gonna dive back down, kind of scanning really quickly and seeing Azul's still not up, to see if I can try to dive towards him
Holding,
and find
gotcha.
him.
So you are there. You're telling them hold the other end of the rope. You're taking the pan that still has the light attached and diving down into it, holding the pan out in front of you like a searchlight, kind of, and diving towards Azul. You swim past Persephone. Frederica, are you trying to get it back into the boat?
Yeah, I would try. Yeah, I would try to bring her towards the boat.
Okay, so you guys are at the boat right now, the two of you.
Can I throw her, not throw her into the boat, but like help her get into
Help
the
push
boat?
her in, yeah. And as you do, you can see the large gash and the deep wound from the bite of the crocodile into the leg of your sister. You push her up and into the boat. Persephone, you are in the boat now.
Okay, where's. Did you see Azul?
Looking over the edge, and Frederica, you looking behind you, you can see the light, the beacon that is Bishop swimming beneath the surface and over towards Azul, who is making his way slowly up 15 feet, 12 feet, 11 feet. He's slowly making his way up towards the surface when beneath the form of Bishop that you can see maybe 10 feet beneath the water, you see underneath him the shadowy figure about twice his size in all dimensions of the giant crocodile. Bishop, you see this as well, appearing beneath you.
Oh, frick. Am I able to do something about this or
What
try?
to do? You got both your hands on the pan. What are you trying to do?
Both hands on the pan?
Well,
Oh.
one hand on the pan, whatever you want to do. You can have
Oh.
one hand on the pan, sure.
Okay, okay.
I don't know how well your gun works underwater.
That I don't know either. I mean, I have a heavy. Oh man, this is bad. 'Cause I just...
Heavy crossbow's two-handed, my dude.
I
But
know.
still have,
What are you trying to do?
spiritual weapon.
All right. Make a perception check first, because this is all going on away.
Nope,
away from
not
you.
hitting it. It's a crit, nat one.
Oh no! Through the fog and all of the churning of water and the dark and how dark the water itself is, you unfortunately can't see much beyond the beacon of light that is Bishop and the cooking pan.
I'm trying. I'm gonna try to shoot it. I don't know how tack works underwater, but
This will be interesting. More of us are gonna get knocked off.
as I'm swimming, I'm going to try to shoot towards the shadowy figure.
Okay. Go ahead and
Alright.
make an attack roll. Let's see.
Oh man, this is so scary. Okay. 18 to hit.
Your aim would probably be true if anything happened.
Oh man.
You hear the click under the water of the hammer, but there is no spark, there is no ignition. Nothing to propel the bullet forward.
Knowledge is power. Well, then I guess I'm just swimming away. Down towards Azulito.
All right, Azul against you is a 10 to hit.
Hey,
Nay, indeed. You feel something brushing against your leg, and you manage to draw it up just in time and kick off of whatever it is, actually propelling yourself further upwards. As Bishop reaches you and with one arm hooks one of yours, and the two of you break the surface of the water together. Frederica, Persephone, you see Bishop and Azul break the surface of the swampy water, maybe about 10, 12 feet away from you. At this point, you also see them, Melody and Ezekiel. Azul and Bishop both swimming towards the boat that Frederica is still over the edge of on the side, and Persephone is inside of, where you can see the shadow of that crocodile break the surface of the water about 10 feet behind them. the large jaw open and snapping as it closes the distance, swimming much faster than either Azul or Bishop can on their own. What are you guys doing?
Could I use my wand of entanglement towards the creature?
Does entangle work on what? All these great questions being asked. Does it require sprouts from the ground? Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground.
I thought it was a point.
From the ground
Yeah.
in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. The point has to be on the ground.
Do I have my main action? If not,
what
I'm
do
gonna
you
ask
want to
my
do?
bard something.
What do you want to do?
Dissonant whispers.
Okay. What's the range on that?
It is a 60-foot range, and they have to be able to hear.
Okay.
I
So
have
are you
my
casting
main action.
Dissonant Whispers?
Yes, I would like to
Nice.
cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. And what is the saving throw that it must make?
16. Wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Still feel that it is weird that it doesn't even need to speak a language for this to work, but okay. Ooh, these saving throws not good. That is a 3.
Okay, well, that saved or doesn't save.
This is
Let's
not
go.
safe.
That is 3d6.
Alright. So, as you can feel in the water, in the wake behind you, Bishop and Azul, struggling, kicking, swimming towards the boat away from this giant crocodile, you can feel and hear it turn on a dime and swim hastily away from you for the time being. The two of you do end up getting to the boat that Persephone is in and Frederica is nearby. Gotcha. 13 points of psychic damage to the crocodile as it swims away in the opposite direction. What are you guys doing?
For flavor, I'm just gonna have Ezekiel scream, "Get back!"
Alright.
But weren't you whispering? Get back.
Get back. Dissonantly.
Well, now it's gonna go.
Dissonantly.
Get back! Get back, get back, get back, get back.
Yeah.
uh,
If I
I'm
have
guess-
broken through the water, I'm flying.
Okay. So you are flying. Are you taking Bishop with you?
I don't think I can carry him.
Why not?
Princess Carrie.
I mean, I
This is
would hope.
scary.
I would hope that the two people with hands on my boat would start pulling on the rope.
Alright.
Right?
thought I was-
The people.
I'll stop pulling on the rope and.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the rope to Melody. That way she can.
Okay.
Oh.
So Azul, do you fly back into the boat? What are you doing, Persephone?
Trying to pull Fred into the boat.
Okay.
Sorry, I was too busy watching everything go down. Let me get in the boat.
Alright. And getting pulled in, Melody, can you make a strength check, please?
Of course, absolutely.
Let's see. It only has to use its reaction to move away from you, so it could be heading back now if it wanted to. Alright.
So
With
let
the
it go.
strength, with Melody's strength, pulling Bishop back. Bishop as well, ever so eager to assist in getting himself out of the water. All of you are back within the boat.
The strength of love. Oh, and can I also do a healing word on Persephone and upcast that to a level 2 spell?
Sure. You saw the
Yay.
gruesome nature of her wound as she was being pushed back into the boat by Frederica.
Heal up Persephone, and that does 7 healing. I think it. I hope.
It certainly is more than she had before.
Mm-hmm. What the? Wait, what did I just? What the heck?
What?
I did something, I think. I heard a click, but I don't think it was. What is
okay?
So he might have cracked his neck.
no. I was trying to move Melody's thingy, but it got done. And I don't know if I clicked on somebody else's HP or whatever on.
I was adjusting Persephone's HP.
Wait, what? Oh, you touched my MP. You're fine.
Yeah, like I was okay. That I
Okay.
knew I touched something because I was.
Yeah.
It like went through Melody's HP bar over to yours. I don't know
It's trying to
Yeah,
how.
I
sabotage
just
you.
noticed it said I had 23 on my actual character. I have 22 spell points.
Okay, okay, there we go. Okay, thank you. We.
Just making sure, because I couldn't see for the spiritual weapon, I wasn't able to cast it, right?
You didn't cast it, no.
Okay.
You see in the distance the giant crocodile through the fog turns lengthwise. It's about, I'd say, 16, 18 feet long. And it swims parallel to your ship, your boats, for about a minute before disappearing into the water.
Very nice.
That bastard.
Your boats come match pace again as you near this island in the middle of this swamp lake. As you row through the fog, Persephone, you putting pressure on your legs, stemming the bleeding. It's pretty painful. But you see the island come into distance. You're maybe a couple minutes away from reaching the shore.
Could I rip a part of my cape and use it as like a way to
The
bandage?
Cape of Billowing?
It can still billow. This is
No,
more
no, no, no.
important.
Wait.
It's my. I have a skirt. It's just. I would have been working on doing that, and
I could throw over a
also
blanket.
probably
Throw
cast
her-
Wow.
cure wounds.
You
on
guys
I'd
really
rather
like
that
the
than the
cape.
billowing cape.
well, I just didn't get it yet. We were other things, more important things were occurring, like Bishop and Azul getting out of the water.
Persephone, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Oh, since seemingly we're out of that situation,
Seemingly.
um, because stuff's crazy, bro. Okay, I'm gonna also healing word Persephone,
Okay.
just real quick. First level.
18. All right. So, the first thing as you are going to reach to tear apart your skirt, Persephone, is you probably don't want to use something that's been steeped and soaked in this swampy, murky water anywhere near your wounds. And so, Ezekiel's offer of this potentially dry blanket might be a better option. And it would save your skirt too, so that's nice.
Just let me know if I need to throw it over.
Throw it over. I'll help her with her bandages.
Alright, please don't make me do it.
Make a strength check, please.
No!
No.
Doesn't make it to water, it's useless!
Ezekiel, throw it at me! I'll
I'm
throw
gonna-
it at
I'll do it.
No, you gotta
Assist
overshoot
with the
it.
assist. Yeah, right.
Yeah. For 20, he just throws it over them.
Ha!
I'm gonna
Why?
throw
They
it
were 10
over.
feet away from us.
Exactly. Alright, I'm gonna throw over my blanket. Here you go, here's my blankie. All right, catch. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Did it hit the water?
What
Well,
was your
what's the
strength
roll?
roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
actually
know,
have to
right?
do a straight check. No.
We're
Yes.
fucking waiting.
Yeah, waiting.
It's a 12.
Suspense.
How are we
12?
feeling? Yeah,
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
could have
It,
used
it
a bardic
mostly
inspiration, I'll be
gets there.
honest.
It mostly gets there.
Mostly.
Yeah. Like you throw it and it lands like over the railing of over the side of the rowboat. Some of it, like the side closest to you, kind of drips and lands in the swamp water, but there's enough dry blanket to be useful for Persephone's application, which you tear off the pieces that you need, Persephone, and apply and bandage and dress your wounds.
Okay, it got mostly over.
Thank you.
No problem.
And if I could cure wounds myself as well,
Yeah, sure.
that's 7 points of healing to me.
Are you using a warlock slot
Yeah,
or
a warlock
yeah.
slot.
Probably smart.
Damn.
What?
It sure is, isn't it? Ha ha.
No,
I
this,
mean, in the
I
event of
just
people trying to get short rests, it is, yeah.
I got so happy that I don't have warlock spell slots anymore. That's what
Yeah,
that
I
Useful
too
gamble
don't
was.
like.
multiclassing.
I
It's really
also
good for
don't like
multiclassing.
getting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
also
I'm
don't
about to
like
just
getting
get all my
spells
spell
back
slots
on
back.
short rest. Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
No, it's the such little. I mean, I would have already been out of spell slots. I actually would have been out of spell slots and would have been able to cast like healing word.
So, you guys pull up to the shoreline of this swampy island. The terrain looks very similar to the marsh and swamp that you had been walking through on the other side, except you can see there are some like luminescent bits of moss and fungi that lights up the island in a strange ethereal way. These gas spores that you had seen are partially coated in this almost like a glowing black light of fluorescent moss and algae and spores. The entire area is a bit eerie as the fog itself takes on this blue and purple hue, reflecting the luminescence of that moss. As you six sit in the boats just off the shore, not yet stepping foot onto this swampy island, the sound of creatures, croaking amphibians, and chittering insects grows and swells again. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh
my
shit.
God.
Oh snap!
You're telling me we didn't take too long on getting information and then doing something?
Arguable.
Yippee! Arguable. I remember last session we were over by like 35 minutes and I could tell that
Oh, I mean, technically, last session I had, well, I haven't gotten to the end of my planning yet, so let's just say that.
yeah.
And I had all of this planned before last. Well, not all. I don't know. A lot of it is, you know, kind of made up on the spot, but whatever.
Yeah. I really like this session and the last one too. So listen,